Nicole Hetty from Paper Tray Ink here, and I'm going to show you a little video about how to use the new Up, Up and Away die with the Up, Up and Away set and the solid balloons from the set. I'm going to start by creating a sun for my background, and I'm stamping it just slightly off the edge of the page in the upper right corner. Now there's two different size rays for the sun, and I'm going to start with the larger one from the set. And just pick a place to stamp your first rotation. And then you want to stamp one just about every 1/4 of an inch around the original circle that you stamped. It's great that the sun rays are separate images in the set because it allows you to do two different colors if you'd like to make it more realistic looking. I'm just using one color today, but you could definitely do it with two. So there's the large ray. I'm going to go back in with the smaller ray and add it in between each of the large rays that I just stamped. As you can see, it's really quick and easy to make your own sun. I'm now going to create some pattern paper with the same dot I used for the center of the sun, some polka dot paper. I've got Hawaiian Shores ink, and I'm just going to randomly stamp this dot all over this small piece of white cardstock. Just fill it up like this. And I'm going to go back in with a small flower image that's included in Up, Up and Away with Summer Sunrise ink. And kind of fill in some of the empty spots here. And then, last but not least, I'm going to go in with a little tiny dot. It's actually from Beautiful Blooms too, but they're included in a lot of our sets, with Aqua Mist ink, and fill in the rest of the background. Now I'm going to adhere this pattern strip that I just made to the bottom portion of the sun focal point that I created. Now I'm going to stamp the Basket Trio image with dark chocolate ink just above the line of the pattern paper. Now I'm going to be adding the tops of the balloons, and what I wanted to show you today was normally you would just go in and stamp this balloon directly on top of the basket, but because of the sun I would have needed to have done a little bit of masking before I even stamped the sun. Since I don't want to do that because that's a little bit time consuming, what I've done is gone ahead and die cut the balloons, and I'm stamping the tops right on the die cuts. Just like that. Now, since I've done that, I could go ahead and stamp the basket on here, but I found that it's easier if I just go ahead and trim the bottom part of the balloon off, and then I can go ahead and adhere it directly in place like this, and it actually adds a little bit of dimension. All I'm going to do is go in here and add the other two balloons now directly on top of their baskets. I'm now going to create a little sentiment strip. I've got a piece of Summer Sunrise cardstock, and I'm stamping "The Sky is the Limit" with dark chocolate ink directly onto the strip. The card base is going to be from Craft Cardstock, and I'm adhering the focal point that we created right in place on the card front. And now I'm going to add the sentiment strip, which I've purposely cut a little bit longer than my card so that I can trim it and allow it to fit perfectly. Flip my card over. trim, trim, and there's your finished card.